I love Brazil. I do. The country has given us so many amazing things like samba, bossa nova, amazing films like Cidade de Deus, Farofa, Feijão. I'm obsessed with this lately. And whatever the hell this is, Carreta Furacão. Yo no sé nada. I don't know what this is. Please, Brazilians, explain this to me. What are they doing? Who are these characters? I think I'm gonna need to make a video on just this topic alone. But anyways, that's beside the point. On this channel, I like to look at commercials from all over the world. We looked at Soviet Estonia ones, British ones, and terrible Sensodyne commercials from America. And today, we are gonna look at some Brazilian ones that came recommended to me. So let's give it a shot. Oi, meus amigos brasileiros. Hoje vou tentar entender suas comerciais, mas meu português é muito limitado, muito. So we'll just see how it goes. We'll give it a shot. Então, vamos.
Cara, você tá com uma caspa nervosa, hein? Você tem que usar aquele shampoo, como é que chama mesmo o nome? É Rap Chups.
Tu tá de brinquedo aí de mim, cara? You are a very much caspa man. Do you know the #1 shampoo contra caspa in the world? Look aqui. Head and shoulders. Head and shoulders. Head and shoulders. Capitation.
Que?
Shoulders. Head and shoulders. Head and shoulder remove 100% of the caspa under the tape to your hair. You put the shampoo in the middle, from the front, from the behind, under the caspa, don't decay your shoulder. Please look to me, not just that. Please, head and shoulder, head and shoulder, head and shoulder, head and shoulder, head and shoulders. Finish the consideration in the head. But, peraí, eu não preciso. Ha! You are caricature. You don't have caspa. Head and shoulders é da P&G. Project and the Gambler. Understand?
I like these. You are 100% a kashpa man. All right, so maybe I think how it goes is he's recommended him a shampoo, but he doesn't say it quite right. And then the coach, Joel, he says it in a very funny way, and so nobody's quite sure what he's talking about it, so he's trying to train them what Head and Shoulders is, and then recommending how to do it in this kind of funny, kind of not so clear English. What a fun commercial. I like this one. It's really well made too. You can tell like an agency put it together and had a sense of humor about it. Where did he get the popcorn from? I don't understand why one bottle is up and one's down right here. All right, let's check out the next one.
Festival de molhos do Bob's. Você escolhe o seu favorito para o chefe burger. Os deliciosos molhos Big Bob, cheddar, gorgonzola e muito mais. Escolha o seu.
Já escolhi.
Festival de molhos. Escolha o seu. Festival de molhos do Bob's. Não dá para controlar.
That was a fun commercial. You know what? Another bit of a bold one. Usually, if there is something in advertising, they don't allow it to kind of be perceived in a way that the consumer would have like a bad experience, like the sauce get everywhere. But I love in this one, I love that they took a little bit of a chance and say, hey, it's gonna get there. Then they turn it into something funny without overthinking it, which is, it happens a lot in advertising. It happens a lot when you're doing commercials for different clients where sometimes they can just overthink it. They can kind of get in their own way of something that could be really funny. So I'm glad to see that they took a little bit of risk, because I think here in the US, there would be clients that say, oh, we can't have the sauce come out of the burger because that would mean that it would be a messy experience for the customers. Oh God, this guy. You know what? She kind of looks like that. Maybe she's caught him before. So I'm not familiar with Bob's. But I think it's a chain over there. We're gonna have to do a little bit of research. One thing I'm curious about is if they have the same restrictions in Brazil as we have here. Oftentimes in advertising for food here in the US, it's a bit like the Wild West. You can show whatever. You don't even really have to show the product that you're selling. So for instance, if you don't know, maybe you know, some of the food is it can be fake or very fake. Like the sauce usually can be something like glue, and the cheese is very toxic. It's not really cheese. And the burgers are just perfect. And then it takes just a whole team of food stylists to make these like perfect shots. I don't know, in Brazil, maybe it has stricter rules. I know that in Europe and in the UK, they have much stricter rules on food advertising than we do here in the US. But these burgers, while they look good, they look kind of like the what we have here is called like sausage biscuits. Here, it's like kind of like a breakfast food, and it reminds me of the burgers. I liked it. That was a really simple commercial, great production value, simple concept, executed very well for an advertisement. And yeah, whoever the production company, advertising agency, I think they nailed it. That was a good one. And listen, I'm all about some sauces. I'm all about this festival of the sauces. You know what? I'd go to Bob's just if I can just try a bunch of different sauces, dip it in the fries, the burgers. That sounds awesome. Okay, so Bob's is a Brazilian fast food chain founded in 1952 by an American Brazilian, of course. We always spreading the burgers. Oh. So let me get this straight. A American Brazilian won the 1948 Wimbledon Championship and then said, hey, you know what? I'm not going to open a health food store. What is that? I'm going to go back to Brazil and I'm going to open up some fast food chains. Okay. So Bob, as Falkenberg was known, was one that introduced the concept of fast food in the country, opening the first restaurant of this type in the country. Geez, 788 locations. So it looks like their milkshakes are really popular. The most popular items sold by the Frenchies are the milkshakes, especially the Ovaltine flavor. The Ovaltine flavor. Ovaltine is really rare here. That's like a very old fashioned. It's like something I think of my grandparents having. You know, I'm kind of curious now. I want to go to a store and try to find some Ovaltine just for Bobby. Let's do a little investigation into the menu. This got to be old. Unless they make the people wear the uniforms like that still. That kind of reminds me of a little bit of the 90s going into a McDonald's or, no, actually Wendy's. Wendy's kind of had I think they had like more of the polo look, kind of like that business casual. This is outside of a Bob's. Look at this. I don't know, was this maybe during COVID, this picture? And like they had the drive-through closed off and you can get it delivered to. Okay, so they got the McPlay or the Bob place right here. Okay, let's go to their website and see what they're all about. No, we're not gonna go English. We're gonna go full Portuguese, boys. Dang, look at this. Dang, dude, their milkshakes are not playing around. This looks a hell of a lot better than McDonald's. It's got breadcrumbs in it. Is there any Bob's here in the US? 363 in the Rio area. Salvador has a good amount. All right, so let's look at the menu now. You got the classic. Now that looks a lot better. This one looks a lot better than it did in the commercial, I think. Bob's salad, that doesn't look like a salad. My Portuguese is not as good to understand all these words. Oh man. Yeah, this is like an American classic. No, nobody's drinking agua mineral. Is Minions still around? How many freaking Minions movies are there now? Dude. They're calling this salad the baconzudo salad, the baconzudo salad. I mean, is it called salad because you just put a little bit of lettuce on it? I think if someone were to order that, like a gringo to come over and order like, oh, just give me a salad, and then they come back and they get this big burger, I think that might be a little confusing. I think when I come to Brazil, I'm gonna have to try some Bob's. This looks way better than McDonald's. Let's look at the actual burgers now. A cheddar Australian. What the hell? Bob's Costela Dois, queijos e bacon. Oh my God. Let's get down to business and look at the milkshakes. Jesus, dude, these look so good. So here's the Ovaltine, the Ovaltine shake. I think that's the one that started it all. The Bob's Max Ovaltine. Okay, that's it for this one. I hope it was fun looking at some Brazilian commercials. I love the Head and Shoulders one, and then the Bob's. I loved that they took risk, and I love that I learned about a Brazilian-American fast food chain in Brazil that I never knew existed, and I can't wait to try it someday. So on that note, I have some other videos coming up about Brazil. City of God is one of my favorite films of all time. They did a show about it on HBO recently, and I just finished it, so I want to talk about that. I want to talk about season 2 and Carreta Furacão. I need to know more about that, so I think that's going to be a video coming up too. Very strange. Thanks for watching. Thank you to Bob for winning Wimbledon and bringing burgers to the masses in Brazil. All right. Okay, that's it for this one. Bye for now.